everyone, Tim from Holistic here. Since the beginning of this year, we've been developing a new process to help us improve our clients' visibility online. It's been producing excellent results in terms of increased visibility, but at the same time, it's been confusing both some of our staff in terms of the people that are actually creating the pages, but it's also been confusing some of our clients. So what I want to do in this video is just step through the process so at a reasonably high level, just so that everybody understands exactly what we're doing and how we're going about doing it and why we're doing it. So first of all, the methodology we've developed is a solution to the common problem, which is lack of content coming from clients. We know now that rich content is the #1 driver to improve a website's visibility and establish the client's expertise in their subject area, and that's a critical part of the process. Most clients don't do a particularly good job of giving us content to work with, so what we do is we've developed this methodology to get the content and to develop it in a way that really works well on a website. So first thing we do now is we just have a conversation. Typically we're using Skype or GoToMeeting or one of those technologies, and we'll get the client to talk through a subject and we'll interview them. So it's like an interview, and they'll talk through and answer our questions. And we'll set that up with some expectations to start with, and ideally we'll be looking at some pictures of whatever it is that we're talking about. And typically those conversations that we do don't require us to be face-to-face with the client, because we're using technology to link to their computer and they're just sitting in their office or at home and answering our questions. So from their point of view, that's all they've got to do is show up and chat to us and tell us about a particular subject. And we'll do multiple recordings like this over time, but each one will typically drill into a specific type of subject. So easy so far. Now what we do with that recording is where things get interesting. So the typical recording of 30 to 6 minutes, once it's edited, and a lot of the work is in editing the video, so when we're having a conversation it's free flowing and doesn't necessarily work very well, and there'll be lots of stumbles and bits of confusion and ums and ahs and that type of thing. So we edit that down, and typically out of a 30 to 60 minute conversation we'll often end up with something in the region of 4 to 6 videos is quite common. Sometimes we've had 10 or 11 videos out of one of these conversations, but let's just assume it's 4 for the sake of this example. We'll produce each one of those videos individually. We'll load those up onto YouTube. 4 videos all go on YouTube, and then what we'll do is we'll create a page on their website and we'll put the videos all on one page. Each will have its own subject, and between the videos it's a way for the visitor to land on this page and see through a sequence of videos all about a particular subject. Then what we'll do is we'll take the video and we'll transcribe it, and we'll add that to the video that's on YouTube as a caption track, but we'll also articleize that particular content, so just change it from a straight transcription to more of an article structure, and then create a subpage. So we've got one page here, and then we'll have another page from this video as a subpage, so people can click on it, see the written version of this video, click here, they can click there and they can go to the written content. The written content version of each video is where the magic really happens. So rather than just having one page with a bunch of videos on it, we end up with video 1 a subpage, video 2 a subpage, video 3 a subpage, video 4 a subpage. So we end up with 5 pages if we've got 4 videos to start with, and each one of those pages will have a lot of written content on it, so therefore it helps us to add a lot of content to the site, talk about a subject in depth, and improve our rankings. From a navigational point of view, typically, not always, but more often than not, the navigation will look like this, which will be, there'll be a subject heading, which isn't a link, it's just a heading, and then a link to this page, which is the main page, and then there will be a bunch of sub pages under that, which is each one of these. So you click on this one and you go to that one, click on this one, you go to that one, and so forth. That's the concept. Let's put a little bit more meat on this bone and understand it a little bit more. This is where the SEO magic happens, because if we're creating a page, and I'm going to use the training your dog as the concept here, we would have a page normally about training a dog and we put a bunch of content on it, and that's good as far as it goes. But when we use this method, we're able to create 4 videos. Each one is on a slightly different variation of the core subject, and you can see the examples I've given here. And then when we create our page, we've got one which is our video page, which is optimized for, say, this phrase. And then each one of these pages is optimized in a very similar way, but not exactly the same, capturing more key phrases and more variants on the key phrase. So we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 videos, 4 variations of our topic or subtopics, and then 4 matching pages, which are slightly different variations of the subject in terms of how it's written up and optimized. So we turn 1 opportunity to rank in the search engines to 9 opportunities to rank in the search engines. So when we go about doing a really good job of writing these pages up and optimizing them for slight variants of our key phrases, we get 9 times the ranking power from 1 original piece of content, and that's where the magic is. And it's literally 9 times the power. A key way to rank on the web is a great rich content, but the more you have pages that are all slightly different, all talking about slightly different things, aspects of it, and the more they're optimized appropriately for the different ways in which people search for the subject. So for example, somebody might say search on dog training, but they might want to train their dog to stop barking. So other people are going to search on stop my dog from barking training and variations like that. So that's where all of these variants on the key phrases become very, very, very powerful. Now, one last point on this, and that is the URL structure and how we do it. And again, this is something that seems to cause a bit of confusion. There's a parent and child relationship. The parent would be the core page, the main video page. Let's go back one and see what that looks like. So that's this page, or if we go all the way back to this one, it would be this page. That's our main page, our main subject area. And then these would all be subtopics. So let's go back and see how that looks. So we would have our main page, main topic, and then these would be sub pages of that main page. And this is called a parent page, and these are children pages. So these are the children, and this is the parent. Now this is very easy to set up when we use WordPress. WordPress is inherently designed to allow the automatic creation of these types of URLs. And Google loves this structure. When we create a page set like this, Google loves it from a search and ranking point of view. We gain a lot of extra visibility. So what I want to do in the next video is take a look at some specific examples on our client sites where we've actually implemented this or where we're in the process of implementing it.